I'm Tyler.
I'm Shorty.
I'm Ava.
And welcome
to the Inner Idiot.
This podcast contains graphic language, violence, and other things that you probably should not let your children listen to. Please enjoy. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
He's gonna grow up. I hope he grows up talking like me.
I hope he doesn't.
What's your favorite part of the show?
I don't know.
You don't know?
It's a good thing we're recording already.
Oh, we're recording? Oh, it ain't wet from sweating. We ain't done yet. That's right. Put your ugly kids to bed. Set the deuce loose. And welcome to the Inner Idiot. I'm your host, Tyler Havlin, and today I have to watch my mouth.
Be all right.
It's going to be a doozy, but I'm going to try. I did my top 5 around it. Let me introduce my co-hosts for the day. Yeah, I got to cut yours short, buddy. But
Whatever.
The Lord that's never bored, the commander of the comic books, Lord Shorty Fresh in the flesh, 2 claps and Ric Flair. Woo!
Man, you cut it a lot of short.
I know, man.
It's all right.
Kind of like my hair.
Yeah. My height.
All right, my other co-host today. She is the Duchess of Delightful. She's on fire, but she ain't smoking. Red hair, don't care. The Queen of Side Eye, Miss Ava B. 2 claps and Ric Flair. Woo!
Got a little premature on my clap. Sorry.
It's all right. It happens.
Sorry.
Especially when you hit your 30s.
Oh,
Well, so that was it. That was all I had.
that's not. You're good. Keep going.
He don't
we-
get
are
that
we-
one though. He doesn't
Are
get
we
it
introducing him?
Yeah.
Is he
Yeah.
going to talk today? We have a special
Yeah.
guest today, and this is why I'm keeping it clean today, people. Miss Ava B's little brother is in the house. I don't have an intro ready for him because I didn't know he was going to speak, but let's
You could
give
do
it
the
up.
red hair don't care.
Yeah. Red hair don't care. Another Ginger to the collection.
That's right.
That's right. His name's not Preston. It's Paxton. 2 claps and a Ric Flair for Paxton. Woo! How you doing today, buddy?
Good.
Good, good. Glad to hear it. So, I hope we don't traumatize you too much.
I'll probably be used to it.
Yeah, How long have you been listening to us, dude?
A couple weeks.
Have you gone back and listened to all of it?
Not all of them, but most of them.
Yeah, all the ones with your sister, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's heard a fair amount. So
Yeah, but I
it's-
feel like I get worse every week.
I mean, that's possible.
Don't repeat the things I say in school.
Well, yeah.
Well, where else are you gonna say? You can't say it at home.
Why
I
not?
can't say-
Get on the live chat on Fortnite or whatever.
Saying the logic.
Whatever games you play, I don't know.
He
Alright.
plays Fortnite.
Not
Yeah,
as
for-
much. I don't play I'm not a nerd anymore.
Anymore,
Boo.
he said.
Boo, boo, boo the non-believer. Buddy, have you not looked around this room? It's okay to be a nerd.
Well, that's not what I meant. I don't
Is
Like,
Fortnite not
yeah.
cool anymore?
No, well, if I say anything remotely close to anything related, I want to get bullied in some way.
So do your friends also listen to us? Do you brag about this to your friends?
No.
No? Okay.
That's
So
probably a good
they're not
thing.
going to hear you, right?
Only a couple of my friends know, but they don't listen.
Oh,
They
alright.
just know.
But
That's
you're
good.
going to brag about, man, I was on a podcast
Yeah.
and, number 13 nationwide. Yeah, that was all there.
Worldwide, not
Worldwide.
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 Wow.
Big shout out to Podcast Magazine. Number 13, 2 months in a row. We just locked that number down.
Lucky number 13,
Well, wouldn't
dog.
it be a shout out to our fans?
And a shout out to our fans. I already gave
They're the
them
ones
one
that
today.
got us on 13.
That's right.
That's right.
Thank you, fans.
Me sitting there spamming it.
refresh.
All right, let's get into today's top 5. Today's top 5 is brought to you by Shorty. This one was yours.
It's me. And I still don't think, me and Ava were talking about this on the way over here today. I don't know if I have 5 total, but I know I have, a solid 3, 2 of which are basically the same.
That's all right. I always come prepared with at least 5.
Yeah, we know.
I made my way from 1 to 4, so.
Ooh,
I
wow,
don't
look at you go.
One of these days, we're all going to have 5.
Yeah.
That's
it's
gonna be a
2 of
weird
which are going to
day.
be serious.
And hell will freeze over on that day.
I hope so.
If hell freezes over, are they going to renovate heaven also? Just wondering.
They'd have to make room.
I guess. I don't know. I bet the people in hell would really open up for some ice. Like, give me the ice.
Mm-hmm. I got kicked out of hell for selling ice water.
They're gonna be like those people who are like, oh, I hate summer, it's so hot, but then when it's winter, we're like, oh, it's so cold, I hate winter.
That's why I like spring.
Spring and fall, yeah, they have a
They're
monopoly.
just right
I'd
in the
rather
middle.
sweat. I don't care.
Yeah, you just don't want to wear a shirt.
That's exactly right, dude. If it's warm enough for me not to wear a shirt, I'm a happy camper.
Fall is nice because I like wearing sweatshirts. And that's about it.
And if you're
wear shirts in
active, then
summer.
you don't have to wear a shirt. I mean, you can be running around in the fall and you're good without a shirt.
Yeah, I usually do. It's usually what happens. And then I get cold because I stop moving, and then it's terrible.
All right, well, go ahead. Not top 5 unpopular opinions.
So this is like mostly for the nerds out there, like listen to us or whatever. Like, so my number 1 right off the bat is I think the original Full Metal Alchemist is better than Brotherhood.
Really?
Oh yes, and the reason why is because the level of content, like I believe the seriousness of it and stuff like that. Sure, the character development in Brotherhood is arguably better, but I prefer watching the individual, like the brothers, like full-on story go through, and I think they highlight that more and watch the brothers' turmoil and overcoming of the trauma and stuff that they faced early on in their journey really hit home in the later part of the series versus Brotherhood, where I don't think they highlight what the brothers go through and like their actual internal struggles and stuff like that. They highlight a lot of the other side characters, which is cool, but I'm watching this show for the brothers. This is what I want to see.
See, Brotherhood's one of my favorites. And I've tried to watch the original a couple times, and I don't know. I guess because I watched Brotherhood first.
Sure.
The quality there, like there's a difference in visual quality even between the two.
Well, you're also talking like a literal 10-year difference, because the original was airing in 2003 to 2005, where Brotherhood started in 2009 and aired till 2012, which I think is the final episode come out. So I mean, it's just you got 10 years of like animation quality going up. You know what I'm saying? Because you go back and watch some of the older like animes from the 90s and stuff like that, you can definitely tell they're older anime. You know what I'm saying? But I get so much hate on every form of media, like, how do you like the original series better? Well, you stay up till 1 a.m. watching Toonami trying to watch this shit. Like, that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Number 2, you guys know it. I prefer DC over to Marvel.
Is that an unpopular opinion? It probably is.
It is an unpopular opinion because everybody, like, every time I talk about it, somebody brings it up. They, oh, well, sure, he's a DC guy. Like, I don't hate Marvel. I do not. But, like, I prefer the DC heroes and stuff like that. And, like, when people tell me about the reality of them both, like, that's stupid. There's no reality set in either one of them. That's the point of the fantasy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Number 3, which is the only other one I can think of off the top of my head today, is my least favorite movie from the MCU, and it's Thor Ragnarok. I knew that was going to be a reaction.
Thor is his favorite.
I know. No, Thor: The Dark World is one of my favorite MCU movies.
A lot of people say it sucks. I like it.
I know, and it blows my mind, and that's what kills me. Like, I guess that's number 4.
I liked it just because of that one rock guy. What's his name?
That's Ragnarok. I'm
with the
talking
New
about the
Zealand
Dark.
accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, him.
I don't remember. I
He's
don't
hilarious.
care.
Let me say this: the people that want more reality, and then they're talking about more reality, could we compare comic books in the comic book cinematic universe? Like, that's our stuff, and then you got the Karens and the Housewives, like Days of Our Lives. That's their comic books. What do you think? Soap operas.
Yeah, there you go.
Correlation and stuff, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Look,
semantics and shit.
I replaced the word shit with stuff right there. I'm
Yeah,
proud
but
of
you
myself.
still said it anyway.
Yeah, but I had to point out how hard I was trying.
You can curse, Tyler.
I'm trying not to.
There's nothing wrong with cursing in front of him. Like we said, it's just the perversion.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm doing good so far.
Yeah,
All
you're,
right.
you're all right.
Yeah,
So
you're
far.
okay.
So far, he says he knows better. He's like, this stuff's gonna happen. But no, like Ragnarok, like I went into that movie wholeheartedly because Ragnarok was a good comic book series. It was really good, and I was very disappointed when they announced Hela was going to be in it because she's not in the original comic book, as far as Ragnarok went. Like, she makes an appearance, but she is not any part of the actual story.
Didn't they like portray her really, really wrong?
Comparatively, yes.
Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't like.
They don't, as far as the actual MCU goes, there's only a handful of characters they've actually, like, nailed down. And, like, the first iteration of Thor, like, the first 2 movies were, like, spot on.
I was
Perfect.
gonna say, well, I mean, like, even, like, not biblically, what is it? Whatever.
Mythology.
Yeah, like, they portrayed her wrong in that
Well,
aspect, too.
the whole MCU and DC universe have never done a very good job of representing the mythologies of any religion, whether it be the Greek pantheon, the Norse pantheon, or so on. So it's just, and they kind of made that point when the comic books were first coming out, like, hey, this is our interpretation of the Norse pantheon. This is not a accurate representation of the Norse pantheon.
Oh.
Now,
Yeah, because Wonder Woman wasn't running around with Zeus. Wasn't happening.
well, Wonder Woman is the daughter of Zeus.
Yeah, but not in the real pantheon. Okay,
Well, Diana Prince doesn't exist in the real
that's
Greek
what I'm
pantheon.
saying.
But yeah, that's the whole thing with that. But yeah, like when they did Malekith and whatnot in the Dark World story, like that was such a good story. They did Malekith a wonderful job, but people didn't like it because it was a dark storytelling, and I was like, boo.
Hence the name Dark World.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, I didn't like it. So that's pretty much my list.
All right, Ayla, you're up.
It's my turn. Okay, so I get a lot of like shit for this. I really enjoyed the entirety of Seven Deadly Sins. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it turns to shit after like
I liked it
however
all.
many episodes." That's what I'm saying.
The only part of the Seven Deadly Sins I didn't like was season 2.
Season 2 was
Why?
The 4-episode OVA.
Wasn't?
Yes, it was a 4-episode OVA.
What's an OVA?
It's just something to do with side characters. That's all it is. It's not part of the main story arc or whatever. But they announced season 2 was coming out. I'm excited for like 12 or 24 more episodes. Boom, 4. I was so pissed. I was
What?
so pissed.
Who was it about?
I think it just followed Elizabeth and somebody else. It did not really center around any of the other sins. Exactly.
I can't remember for the life of me.
Exactly right. Exactly. Season 2 was a joke. It was so upsetting.
It wasn't even a season at that point. It
Exactly
was-
right. It was. That's why I say it's an OVA, because OVA for anime or whatever is like 4 or 5 episodes of a random like side character or whatever. It's like filler.
I was gonna
episodes.
say, so it's filler.
Yeah, basically season 2.
But
was
that
all
show
filler.
is really, it's kind of short.
Well, yeah, but it just like
What do they need
that was the
filler
only thing
for?
that pissed me off. Now, don't get me wrong, the episodes themselves were good. The episodes themselves were good. Like I agree with you, the whole thing's really good. But that one thing pissed me off.
But like everybody that I've talked to, like Chris, like all my friends, like that I talked to online, they're
Mm-hmm.
like, "Nah, Seven Deadly Sins turned to shit after like the first season or whatever." I was like,
Have you
"Well,
watched them all?
I haven't seen the new season because
It's-
I've been
it-
putting it
it's
Oh,
off.
the new season is really good.
I don't know why I've been
I'm
putting
about
it
halfway through it. I need to finish it.
What's next on your list?
off. I actually don't mind country music.
Thank you. At least somebody else in the room can appreciate country music.
I don't mind it.
I like John Denver.
Do you?
It's a nostalgia, but that's about it.
I like old country, like not with any pop in it.
This kid's spitting.
This
Like-
kid's gang gang.
Gang, gang.
Like I don't like the pop. It's just annoying. And nothing.
Now, do you listen? What kind of music do you listen to, Paxton?
Whatever's popular.
Not really.
I mean,
like-
you don't
yeah,
follow.
you-
You don't
yes,
follow.
you do.
You don't follow onto your sister's footsteps and sit here and like listen to thrash metal and stuff like that.
No, not at all. Not at all.
What? Oh man.
I listen to sad music because it makes me happy.
He listens to like X, and then he listens to.
I don't know
You
what
listen
that
to
is.
Lil Peep, right?
Sometimes.
Who?
Why are they all
X.
Lil? Did I say that right?
You
Lil?
look at his size.
No, I mean all the rappers. They're all Lil. What? Why?
Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne.
What about Snoop Dogg? Not Lil Dog.
Word.
There's a lot of Lils.
This kid's showing you up, dog.
He
Let's-
is. It's
There is
all
a
right.
lot of Lils.
He's
out
here
there,
to
I'll
show
give you
me
that.
up, and I'm here for it. I'm here to take the abuse.
All right, Ava. What's next?
It's not that I don't like the White Monster. I actually hate it. I do not like it. But everybody like,
You talking about the energy drink?
yeah,
Okay.
like the White Monsters. Everybody loves them so much, and I think they taste like crap because
Nah, I'm with you.
they're 0 calorie. They're the 0 calorie ones, but they taste so much better. No, they don't. No, they don't.
I don't know. I never had one.
Dude,
I
they
don't
taste like-
partake.
no, Ava's 100% right.
They're
They taste
not
like shit.
good. I have people who prefer those.
Ew.
Like, not for the 0 calorie, just because they taste better.
Really?
Now, I will say, like, my unpopular opinion when it comes to you is I don't know how the fuck you drink those.
I love the green monsters.
you
I guess
blow-
that's an unpopular
You
opinion.
blow
too.
my mind.
I love
you
the green
blow
ones.
you blow my mind.
They're not. I won't say they're the best because I haven't tried really very many flavors. I guess I'm gonna try the pipeline punch now.
Yeah.
The orange can is really good. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, the orange one's really good too.
It's not bad.
It's alright.
All that lip smacking for it's not bad.
I gotta taste it.
A monster connoisseur.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If anybody would be, it would be me.
true.
And lastly, I don't think roses smell good.
I can't even smell flowers to begin with. I don't know why. I just can't smell them.
Do you smell other things?
Yeah, I just can't smell them. They just
Well, you're smelling flowers that don't have very much smell then.
Now, can we agree that lavender is the best scent?
I
Yes.
like lavender.
Y'all are breaking my heart right now.
It's not my favorite scent, but
fucking
I
love
like
roses.
lavender. I just don't think they smell good. I think they just smell like a plant.
they smell like a
The
plant.
ones you have outside smell really good.
Yeah, that's
but
what
those
rose-
are different though.
No, those are roses.
Those are
Those are like I forget the names of them. I'd have to ask my mom. But like they're like
Are they the knockout roses?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are
Beautiful.
different than regular roses.
Beautiful. It's so good.
That's a different kind of flower. I'm talking about regular, just straight up roses like you buy a bouquet of roses.
I could smell those all day.
They
I
smell
get
like
high on it.
ass. I don't like it.
I'm sorry. It's an unpopular opinion for a reason.
Exactly. That's all.
That's it? All right, well, I guess it's Paxton, do you have any unpopular opinions you would like to add before I go on my tangent?
Sure.
He fucking loves Fortnite.
I think Subnautica isn't as good as people say it is.
Who?
Subnautica, it's a video game.
That game is scary.
It
It's
is.
terrifying. I feel like that's the only reason why it's good. It has like thrill to it. Basically, you're underwater.
It's an underwater space alien game.
Yeah, like there's like the creatures in the water are like aliens. They're really freaking creepy.
I got you. It beats me.
And Sharpies don't smell good. I don't like Sharpies. I don't like the way they smell.
I don't like the colored Sharpies.
Sharpies?
The colored
people
Sharpies
like the way
smell
Sharpies smell?
People love the way Sharpies smell.
I don't think they like the way they smell. I think it's just the way they like it feels. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. I
No,
get you.
no, because
I'm just saying.
no, but for real, the black ones smell different than like the colored ones. The black ones smell better. The colored ones smell really bad.
Maybe because it's the way they color it like that.
I don't know the chemicals.
Dangerous.
in it.
We got a
I
lot
just
of
keep look-
Sharpies at home.
I
might
just
have
keep
to
looking at
try
Becky
this
like,
out.
give me, like, tell me why.
Before I get on my list, do kids still eat glue at school?
No.
Okay.
No, such
It's
confusion.
very tempting. The purple glue sticks, like when you first open it.
No,
Looks
we're
like a
not talking
push-pop.
about those. We're talking about liquid glue.
Oh, that. No.
Yeah.
People like pour it on their hands and
I-
like
They still
that.
do the skin
Yeah.
peely thing?
I really thought he was about to confess to me that he wanted to eat glue.
It
and
looks
I was about to-
good.
No, he said
looks
the
like a
purple
push pop,
glue
Ava.
looks
It
does.
appetizing.
It looks like a push pop.
The purple one looks like candy.
the purple one's different. The purple one's
Like
different.
a brand new one, like you don't, you just want to save it.
Looking at it push, looking at one of the push the glue sticks or whatever, just like, man, this shit hit different.
Man, this is really hard today, guys. I just
favorite
want you to
thing.
know.
You stop it.
I'm bursting at the seams over here.
He's just gonna freak the hell out of here in about 20 minutes.
All right, here's my top 5. Number 5 is pumpkin is not the flavor for fall. Apple is the flavor for fall.
I agree.
I said what I said, Karen. All right, grab your White Claw, calm down. Do they even make a pumpkin White Claw?
Probably.
I bet they would do.
Apparently, we're getting a nod yes from the expert in the back. All right, that's my number 5. Number 4, and Shorty, you're gonna be miffed on this one, is Jake Paul is good for boxing. Bringing in a whole new fan base. I've said it before. He's good for boxing. He just beat Tyron Woodley 2 nights ago. Well, it won't be 2 nights ago. When
I
this
saw an
episode
advertisement for it. It existed.
I can see that.
He is. He's good for boxing. He's bringing in a younger demographic. The level of hatred people have for him brings in viewers.
Well, duh.
Like that's like love him or hate him. He is good for the sport that you like. So don't dog him too much because he's keeping your sport alive right now.
That's
And
why
he's-
Tiger Woods is still playing.
And he's giving these MMA fighters a paycheck that they're not getting. Tyron, I'm going to butcher his name, Tyron Woodley, he got $2 million for that fight.
That's a lot of money.
He never made that much in a UFC fight. Never. I'd say he probably never made more than $50K in a single UFC fight.
I think it's purely because people hate Jake Paul, so they're going to pay just to see his ass get kicked. You know what I'm saying?
But
Boxing
then it
pays
doesn't.
better.
Yeah, then it
That's the
doesn't.
thing.
Yeah, he...
And ends up being like a slap in the face because they get all the money from him. They reap the benefits.
He looks like a
I mean, I'll
basic
fight him
white
for
boy.
if I'll fight Jake Paul if I'm getting paid for it. I don't give a shit.
He looks like a basic white boy, and then he like claps Mike Tyson.
I don't
know
think
about
he's
that.
clapping Mike Tyson.
Well, that's not what I meant.
All right. Well, number 3 is snakes are not pets, people. They're not. Snakes are not pets.
Let's scroll back real quick.
Number 2.
Now who's bursting at the seams, Tyler? I gotta hold my tongue.
Number 2 is French toast is superior to pancakes and waffles. I
Definitely.
said what I said.
Uh-huh.
I don't like French toast. We've
I
had
get
this
down on some.
discussion.
I get down on some pancakes, buddy.
Pancakes are good. It's just I like French toast.
Now I'll agree with you. They're better than waffles. I'm not a huge fan of waffles.
I love waffles. I love pancakes, but French toast. There's even a French toast song.
There
You know
is.
who doesn't like pancakes?
Who?
Guess.
Chris,
Yep.
what a piece of shit.
He doesn't?
He doesn't like anything.
I
I
hate this
thought
kid.
I didn't like anything.
I hate this kid. I'm gonna throw him. I'm gonna throw him into traffic.
All
Imagine
right.
trying to cook for him.
Don't.
My number 1 is Enter Idiot is the best podcast in the world.
That's not an unpopular opinion.
It's a
Not
very
in this
popular
room.
opinion.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it is. I do have some honorable mentions today from the Twitterverse because they gave me some unpopular ones that they wanted used.
Okay.
All right, this one here comes from Let's Smoke About It.
Okay.
And look, this must be a geographical thing because it says cheese belongs on hot dogs.
I'm telling you, man. There's like
The cheese dogs are good. The ones
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah. The
inside of
stuffed
it.
cheese.
Yeah, that's different. It tastes different than like just normal cheese.
Why are me and you both like every time we say something, we just look at her, and just like validate us?
She's like the mother of us all.
Learned something new about Tyler just now.
Well, it wasn't me. All right. And for some reason, they were on a hot dog tangent on Twitter because the next one is for the culture draft. A hot dog is a sandwich.
Technically, yeah.
I mean,
I can get behind that.
Well, then if you're
Technically.
saying that, then tomato is a smoothie. Well, ketchup is a smoothie.
No.
Yeah, because
Why?
tomatoes
No.
is a fruit.
It's just a puree, though. It's different because the smoothie has ice and it has sugar.
me
It
out.
has other
so
stuff in
so
it.
if we put ketchup in ice,
Milk.
is it then a smoothie?
Yeah, Ava.
Then it would be, yeah.
So that means a Bloody Mary is a smoothie, right?
Technically.
A margarita's a smoothie,
I
right?
mean, like crushed up ice, not like blended ice.
Margaritas.
Not some ice cubes.
I gotta look at the expert again. I gotta refer to the expert. All right, pineapple belongs on pizza. That
Yes!
comes from
No, it
Pixie.
doesn't.
Yes,
You
it does.
It
Yes, it
does
does.
Oh,
not.
it's so good.
Yeah, it
Are you
does.
with me? Are you with us on this? Ah,
Okay, I'm the only one that doesn't.
these
believe
two ladies, after my heart, right here.
I only got a couple more. I'm not gonna say them all. This comes from Stew World Order. The Beatles are the most overrated anything anywhere, and I agree wholeheartedly with that.
I can get behind that.
There's still merch floating around.
Oh
People
yeah,
still buy it like it's
They-
going out
Yeah.
of fucking style.
They
They're gonna
still
buy-
make it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
they're gonna buy it 75 years from now.
Yeah.
Between that and Kiss.
Yeah,
Or
Kiss
like
and
Queen or just like...
Kiss and
Ah,
Beatles are
well,
gonna
let's-
outlive us all.
Let's hold off. Queen's the shit.
Queen's good.
I'm
but-
saying, I'm talking about like merch. Like
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
like buys it. Even if they don't listen, they just buy everything.
I'll tell you what,
Just to
that
fit in.
like something that's overly popular that shouldn't be is Nirvana t-shirts.
Oh my
Very-
god.
Every time I go somewhere, even in school, Nirvana, Nirvana, Nirvana.
I have a Nirvana
Led
shirt,
Zeppelin.
but I listen to Nirvana, and I like Nirvana.
See, I can't stand Nirvana. I
Oh
can't,
man, that's the original grunge right there,
can't
dog.
do it. I
Oh
can't.
man.
That's an unpopular opinion.
I know it is, and I cannot
Ooh,
listen.
there's
Is it just
another
his
unpopular
voice?
opinion I got.
It's everything. It's just, ugh. It hurts my soul. It puts a knife in my soul, and it just twists, and it watches the whole thing wrap around.
I'm glad
Oh.
you didn't say shit.
Ooh.
That was a visual.
All right, I got 3 more. Star Wars sequel trilogy isn't as bad as most Star Wars fans act.
That
and
is
this
very true.
I agree.
What are we calling the trilogy? It's
The original trilogy is 4, 5, and 6.
Right.
The prequel series is 1, 2, and 3.
okay.
And then you have the newest trilogy, which is
The sequels?
7, 8, and 9.
I don't like the new ones.
They're okay. They're just rehashing a lot of stuff and ripping off people's nostalgia and whatnot.
They suck. The new ones suck. I don't like them.
He's like coming unglued in
I
his
know.
chair.
I like his style.
This poor kid's melting.
All right, so the next one is I love the ending of How I Met Your Mother, and unfortunately I have not seen it, but I've heard a lot of bad things about it.
I never was big into the show. So I have
Cake
no
would
idea.
know.
Yeah, Cake would know.
And then the last one, I have no clue who this is, and I probably should know, but Stanley Kubrick is overrated, and that comes from Big Nick out in the Bay Area.
Yep.
He
Never
sounds
heard.
very familiar.
I'll agree with that guy.
What's his name?
Yeah, Stanley Kubrick.
We're gonna find out.
We can find out in the break.
All right.
You want to hit the button?
Sure, I'll hit it.
That's the top 5, y'all. We'll be back.
Hey Ty, if you wanted to make a podcast, how would you do it?
Spotify Podcasters app, of course, or hell, even the website.
Do they have any way you can edit audio and help with organizing your episodes?
All that and more. You can reach out to listeners and have feedback with their Q&A feature, and it distributes it to all other major places you listen to podcasts.
I just looked and they got a video podcast set up and editing tools here too.
So all you got to do is sign up at spotifyforpodcasters.com or get the app and you're done.
Damn, it's just that easy.
And we're back. You hear my voice, so that would probably mean we're back.
Hopefully.
Or we're front. Either one, back, front, side
Left,
to side.
right, up,
Left.
down.
Yeah, north, south.
Up, down, left, right, A, B, select start.
99 lives.
That's right. Contra, bitches. You
What
don't
was
know
the
nothing
one-
about that.
What was one for Ninja Turtles? It was up,
I
right,
didn't have
right,
Ninja
down,
Turtles as
down,
a
down,
kid.
left, AB start, something like that.
I don't remember. I didn't have Ninja Turtles as a kid. My brothers did though.
I didn't need all them lives though. I was putting it on
You
him.
know, it was a good game that nobody talks about. Battletoads.
Yeah, except for that one level,
The fucking lava surf.
maybe.
Oh, dude, that shit was. Oh man.
That and Michael Jackson Moonwalker. That was a great
Hee
game.
hee.
All right, let's get to your reviews. Ever reviews, people. That's what we're here for.
Yay. Okay, so this is a 5-star review for pure brown seaweed extract. They're
Brown?
capsules.
Brown seaweed.
Yeah.
That's like, is that like the
The
shit?
picture shows the seaweed being green, but whatever.
It's fucking
Called
brown.
It says
If a dolphin poops in the water, does he wipe his butt with brown seaweed?
Shut up.
it would be brown afterwards.
Is dolphin poop brown? Because fish turds are just like white strings.
I know that it's like
are?
coil like rope coils because of Family Guy.
It's really ropey.
Yeah.
Family
Who's leaving
Guy.
all these coiled ropes on the floor?
Sorry.
Let's hear this review that we've gotten so far away from.
It says, amazing. I give this to my cat and it cure him of the autism. Also, since eating this product with a meal 3 times a day, no more house ghost.
House ghosts.
How do you eat
Yep.
and the ghost just bye? Like that's
Maybe the ghosts are like, hey, they're taking seaweed. That's weird.
Or maybe they're not delusional anymore.
I'm just intrigued on how I got rid of their cat's autism and how did they find out their cat had autism?
I mean, that's a thing. It is.
Yeah, animals can be autistic.
There's a spectrum for animals. Maybe we should probably move on to the next one. You
This
get
is a
canceled.
5-star review for... It's a pair of shoes.
A pair of shoes or a parachute?
I thought you
A
said
pair of
parachute.
shoes.
Okay.
Shoes. Sneakers.
Sure, these shoes are pricey, but you get what you pay for. I work 60 hours a week all year long, and I finally was able to purchase these shoes. I put them on, and you could immediately tell these weren't your average $60 sneakers. They may have had the same amount of form, comfort, shape, and performance, but they are way more stylish, like $3,000 stylish. Sometimes my daughter complains, though. She'll say things like, "Are we gonna eat tonight?" And I'm tired of sleeping in the street. But then I show her my awesome Nikes, and she shuts her little bitch mouth. Great shoes, do recommend.
Just get Heelys. It's that easy. You can roll them
Fucking
down.
Yeelys, this kid.
That's what I
Right.
got.
Yeah,
It's that easy.
2 and 1.
That's right.
Okay, this is a 5-star review for Red Solo Cups.
Oh my god.
I order these cups every couple of months. They're way better holding water than my hands. I mean, with my hands I can hold maybe 4 or 5 ounces of water, and I have to wash my hands really well before I do it too, unless I'm eating Indian food. In that case, I let the flavors spice up my beverages. And no matter how well I wash my hands, they also seem to leave a distinct taste of the beverage. Maybe it's the soap I use. Either way, these cups are way more convenient. No more sitting at home on the couch with one hand holding a tub of popcorn with a corn dog in it, while the other hand holds a meager 4 ounces of soda to help wash all that down. I used to just eat most of my meals by the sink or just drink straight out of a 2-liter, but I felt it was classless.
It's
Fucking
more
what
classy
the
to
hell?
just hold some water in your hand.
We're going to need to do an experiment because I don't think you can hold 4 to 5 ounces in your hand unless you got...
Barely hold half an ounce.
Right, you got to have some big hands. Like some big cuppy hands.
Or webbed fingers.
Webbed fingers, that would do it. We were having a discussion last night. If you had webbed feet, do you think they would ban you from swimming in the Olympics?
Yeah.
Probably.
Really?
Yeah, you would go too
It's an
fast.
unfair advantage.
That is discrimination for those with webbed feet.
Well, that just sucks to be you.
I mean,
I
Just
ain't got
something
webbed
else
feet,
for
I
people
wish
to
I
bitch
did.
about.
didn't Michael Phelps or whatever his name have, like, didn't they get on him for, like, fucking having webbed toes and shit?
I don't know, but I feel
I know he didn't actually have webbed toes, but, like, because his speeds were so, like, remarkably quick or whatever like that, like, there was rumors about him.
he didn't.
I'm dead serious.
He's a fish.
He's a fucking
Here's
fish.
the thing: if you're born as a human being and you got webbed feet, that ain't your problem. You didn't choose to have webbed feet.
I didn't choose the
You just
fish life.
scroll through
I
all
didn't
the
choose the fish
body
life. The
parts
fish
that you
life
can
chose me.
choose.
Stupid.
They need one of those. I need somewhere you just choose the body parts you want.
While you're in the womb.
Yeah.
Character creator. That'd be
Yeah.
dope.
Do you ever get bug bites, like, between the webbing of your fingers?
Yes.
And
That happened to me actually over the weekend.
I hate it.
fucking.
I hate the ones on the top of your feet.
Oh, I don't have that problem.
I hate those. Well, do you
I'm not barefoot enough for that.
Well, I mean, like, if you go, like, swimming at night.
You ever got a bug bite on your nip?
Yep.
Bet that was weird.
It sucked. I've also been shot with a dart in my nipple.
Oh, I remember the video.
I shot somebody
showed
in
Ava
the, in
those
the butt
videos.
cheek with a blowgun once.
A what?
In the butt cheek with a blowgun.
Yeah, that's what hit me in the nipple.
Oh.
I got shot in the
The
back with a firework.
Needle was, like, at least that long.
Oh man, it's gruesome.
It was really, really bad.
It was like, turn it off. I was like, no, watch,
Yeah, he
continue.
literally made me watch it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know, for these next couple ones, I'm not sure what, it didn't tell me what, like, how many stars it was, but it says, a miniature cardboard cutout of Danny DeVito. He's a good man, writes Amazon reviewer Jess Jolly. I'm content at night knowing he watches me sleep.
A miniature cutout of Danny DeVito.
He's already a small man.
Right? I mean, I thought Danny DeVito was miniature already.
I'm
Yeah.
here for that. I really want to know the size of it though.
I
Like,
would buy
how,
it. Like-
how miniature are we talking? Like, are we talking like his 4.5 foot tall?
Is that how
Or,
tall
like,
he is?
action
I have no
figure.
idea, but he is a short man.
I would buy it.
I'd consider it.
I'd think about it.
I'd put it behind the curtains.
Oh man.
No, I gotta stop this story now. All right, let's get on to the next review.
A pair of giant lobster claws for your hands.
Like the gloves?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's
Dope.
very useful.
It says, the night breeze is cool on my bony armor. I sleep in a tide pool by day, protected by the vigilant triggerfish. These claws have opened a whole new vista of existence. Highly recommended.
Highly recommended.
They're so realistic.
Gotta
So realistic.
gotta defend myself from
What are the
other
oven mitts?
predators.
I thought they were going to be oven mitts.
No.
So realistic.
That's funny. It's good shit. I'm here for that.
This is a Dancing with Cats, the book. My cat was never a dancer. I read this book to my cat every night for 1 year. She cried through most of it. She still won't dance with me.
She cried through most of it. Like your cat would sit there and listen.
If you're about to say that's something that I would do, I'm gonna punch you.
I really think it's something that you would do.
I would not!
You'd read
She
that,
can't reach me.
You would read that to
I said it
Maisie.
for you, Shorty.
No, I didn't. I wasn't thinking it like. I wasn't thinking that. I was just like, who in the fuck would do that? Like, why is that a book?
I'm telling you now, my
don't know,
oldest
the
would read to her
picture is
cats,
like-
and she probably does.
Who?
with the cat.
My oldest.
The picture is threatening.
They have 10 cats.
10?
10?
10.
God bless.
And
That's
they
too-
just keep getting more.
That's too many.
They keep getting more?
They keep by next week they'll probably have 13.
Jesus
my-
Christ.
And I can't get them to take my cat.
I wanted to take your cat. Your cat's really sweet.
Take her.
I can't take her.
Take the little cross-eyed thing.
Yeah, if she did, it would be out the window in 5 seconds.
As long as it's not in my house, I don't care what window it goes out.
So, it says, it's a quart-sized jug of wolf urine.
Of what?
Oh, okay.
Is this
It's
for
just
like
a-
hunting?
I think so.
Probably.
I think so.
Yeah, because there's a deer on the front of it.
That's probably why.
It says, does not taste good at all. Very bitter.
Fucking stupid.
You
I
know.
bet they're in Gen Z. I bet you $100.
Gen Z. This
They are.
motherfucker.
They're
People are dumb.
Just a wee bit.
Okay, so this next is Death Wish coffee. They look like just little like Keurig cups. It says, I should have read the reviews first because this coffee doesn't actually end your life.
So sad.
Aww.
Okay, this is my last one.
Okay.
This is a stainless steel whistle. It says whistle goes woo. Whistle goes woo.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Why don't we get a woo like app for the 2 claps and a Ric Flair out of you?
You're the only one that Shorty doesn't do it either.
I do it sometimes.
I do it sometimes.
He just claps.
I clap.
Prematurely at that.
You're gonna get back into that conversation.
Good God. He turns 30 and just it goes downhill.
It's all downhill from here.
All right, well, that was it. That was the last review.
Uh-huh.
Whistles go woo.
Whistle.
Woo, woo.
You got a pull for us today,
I
Shorts?
do have a pull force.
All right, well, let's hit the button,
All right.
and then we'll come back for a pull.
Okay.
That sounds like a plan.
That sounds like a plan. The plan?
The plan. Do you love podcasts? Of course you do. That's why you're here. But you know what's even better than listening to a podcast? Making your own. That's right, and Anchor makes it simple. I'm your favorite host, MC Tyler Havlin, and I'm telling you, go download the Anchor app today, Anchor FM. They have all the tools you need to get started today. And best part is, it's totally free. They push it out to all the major platforms like Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts. So get started today, people. Go download the app, Anchor FM. I'll wait. Do it now.
Okay.
Hey, guess what? It's that time again. We're back. And it's time for a Shorty's poll. They've been coming in sparingly lately, but here's why.
Yeah, sparingly. And because Pax, his favorite hero is Thor, I figured I'd give you one of my favorite stories from when I was a teenager. Thor, Ages of Thunder. This book came out in 2009.
2009.
2009.
Born that year.
Born that year. Jesus Christ. But no, so in this story arc, the what is it called? The fucking Bifrost, the basically rainbow bridge that connects the
Yeah.
other realms.
I played God of War.
There you go. It has been destroyed through previous wars and stuff like that have gone on through between Niflheim and a couple other different magical kingdoms, and even some stuff that the Avengers and even Hulk had to do with. So this great architect, the Masons, come in. And beforehand, one of the great walls of Asgard had been destroyed through a war between the Frost Giants. And the Frost Giants were trying to take over Asgard for they had no real reason to do it other than trying to take down Odin.
So they just wanted to say, haha, I took down Odin. You
Well, Odin is, at least in this history, he's not as benevolent as everybody thinks he is. He's always been a war leader. He's always been not maniacal, but he has always been really. They've always been against the Frost Giants, the Shadow Elves, and stuff like that. They've always been really against those guys. So the Frost Giants wage war and destroy part of the Bifrost and one of the Great Walls of Asgard. So in the midst of this, Heimdall and a couple of other people are trying to figure out what they can do to repair the Bifrost. And as they're going through this, Mason shows up and says, I can fix the Bifrost, but I will do it for no pay, but you have to promise me the hand of, oh God, Freya. He wants Freya as his bride.
Oh.
And so they have a communal, and they can't just give away a god. You can't do that. So they make a deal with Loki comes in and basically says, okay, we'll make an offer. Let's promise him Freya, but he has to build the rebuild the Bifrost in 6 months, which is unheard of, by himself. Well, then he heads with a counter offer. He says, I will do it in 6 months, or I will do it in like 4 months or something like that.
The whole Bifrost?
The whole Bifrost. He will repair the whole Bifrost.
The entire Bifrost.
The entire thing. He will repair the entire thing as long as nobody fools with him and messes with his tools. And if he gets Freya as his bride, so they accept. They okay, yeah, sure. So then, as he's building, they notice slowly and slowly that he is getting further and further along, like way faster than they expect.
So they don't want him to rebuild
No,
it?
because they don't want to give away Freya.
Yeah.
So they
And
gave him a near impossible task.
yeah, that's why they said, like, hey, you got 6 months to do this, and they were like, well, I'll do it faster as long as nobody messes with me, because Loki's the one telling him this, like, hey, we'll do this for you, but you're gonna have to do it even faster.
Loki's the god of mischief, so
Exactly.
I wouldn't trust him whatsoever.
Well, that's why the Great Mason said what he did. Is, well, I will rebuild this as long as nobody messes with me or my tools. Well, one thing he forgot to consider was his horse, his steed. His steed also was in charge of bringing back forth materials and stuff like that. Well, that was the loophole that they found. And Loki started to mess with the steed and trying to basically stall the Great Mason.
Wasn't that basically messing with him in a way?
Yeah, but in technicality, like, that was the only loophole that they had. But Thor found out about this and thought it was dishonorable, but he didn't want to get involved because Odin, Freya, everybody around did not want to give up Freya, but they wanted the Bifrost complete. Well, then the time comes and he is one brick away from finishing the Bifrost by the time the deadline hits. And Odin basically tells him, like, sorry, you're out of luck. You can't do it. You don't get anything you paid. And in a fit of rage, it turns out this Mason is one of the Frost Giants. And Thor has to defend it. Like, this is what you get. We were done with this war, but you guys ushered it in again. And basically they go through another war or whatever. And it's really cool watching. I wish I could remember more of the dialogue because, this came out, 12 years ago. But listening to Thor go through with Odin and Loki both, like, hey, you guys really screwed the pooch on this one. You guys shouldn't have done this, Because Thor, in the early, or in my early days of reading comic books and stuff like that, he was really honor bound. He did not want to. He wanted the gods to be held above everybody else. He wanted them to act on, like, a pure notion and whatnot. And watching Thor have to, like, basically kill this frost giant who was literally just doing what he was asked or what he negotiated for.
And he was being nice about it, too. He just
Yeah.
wanted something to be peaceful.
Yeah,
too.
and he wanted a bride. Like, who can blame him, I'll build a bridge for a wife. I don't care. But it was really neat just watching that. And then the fight that ensued, like, was really cool watching Thor battle just the frost giants or whatever. Because it was basically just him. Because in the opening scenes of the comic book, you see Thor, Loki, and a bunch of other gods fight the Frost Giants. And it's cool because, like, the Frost Giants are literally tearing hell back and forth. Like, they are ripping everything apart. And it wasn't until Thor and his war party got back that they actually won the fight. Like, rest of Asgard could not hold them back. Like, they were going through slaughtering hundreds of thousands of Asgardians. And so, like, now Thor's not only tired and is tired of seeing the bloodshed of his own people, now they got another war to come on because of Loki's, fooling around and whatnot. And all because, like, they could have just said no and been done with it and rebuilt it themselves, but they wanted it done faster. Because how else are they going to defend themselves without the Bifrost? And, yeah, it was a really cool thing. Like, the last scene from one of the comics is really neat because you see Thor, like, carrying, like, frost giants' heads behind him through the streets of Asgard, and, like, everyone's kind of, like, real somber and shit, like, not knowing how to react or whatever, and he throws him at the feet of Odin, and he goes, this is the misfortune you've given us. You've sent us to war again. And, like, the story arc continues or whatever, but this part right here, like, is one of my favorite bits that they did, because, like, Thor is, like, trying to remain peaceful, even though his history has always been I love to fight and everything like that. But watching him kind of like, I don't want to slaughter these people just for the sake of slaughtering them. And that's what he had to do. And it was a really cool book. It's real short. It's only like 4 or 5 issues long. But man, is it good. Clay Mann does an excellent job illustration. And so does Patrick Zarek. He does a really good job with the cover arts and some of the very big splash panels, because that's all it was. So like each page, you open it up and each page is one book, like one giant image, and it's just absolutely stunning.
And the whole series was like that?
I think it's a total of 12 issues was the whole story, but it's like, let's see, it's Ages of Thunder, and then it's the Frost War, and then it's something else, but like each one's a different, like they each follow the same story arc, but Ages of Thunder was super good because that's the one Clay Mann started on. Like that's the one he did the majority of the work on. So like Clay Mann's artwork, like he does stuff for DC now, it's absolutely beautiful. And like just his big splash panels and everything like that is absolutely stunning. And of course, I will never say Matt Fraction has not done a good job. Like Matt Fraction is a wonderful writer, and his linguistic skills on being able to, tell you what's going on, describe everything is absolutely beautiful. He does a wonderful job. And the way they depict Thor in this is super badass. Like, he looks so cool.
It sounds like really sad.
It is sad because he's angry. Like, Thor, you don't get to see Thor
Just
angry about war.
Not even just that, like the whole story. Not even just Thor.
Yeah.
Like everything behind it, like the lies and
Like, that's just mean.
Because dude just wanted to be happy.
Yeah, I mean, really. And I mean, really, like, one of the part was, like, I mean, there is notions, and, like, I can't remember quite the end of the series, because there was notions that the Frost Giants only wanted the Bifrost to be complete so they could wage war again, because as far as that...
Oh, they'd be stronger then, wouldn't they?
Yeah, because the rest of them
Yeah.
could show up. But Asgard, like, is left defenseless with one of their major walls breaking down and the Bifrost taken down, but nobody else can get in and out of Asgard without the Bifrost.
I mean, the Bifrost is basically Asgard's, like, defense mechanism in a way.
Right. And Heimdall's the one who, like, sung for everybody to get over there. Like, he hasn't blown, like, I think it's, the Golden Horn or whatever, I don't remember. But he blows it trying to get everybody and their brother there. And, like, that's why Thor and his war party show up late. Because they were out defending against some other threat. And then they show up and, like, half of Asgard's already destroyed. So Thor has to go through and clean up.
It must be tiring. Always having to be fighting somebody.
And that's what's really cool about the story arc, too, is because, like, you actually get to see Thor,
Like how upset he
tired.
is about...
And he's like, I just want to come home, and it's really cool. Then this leads into the death of Odin, which was a really good story too, and it's also really sad. Like Thor, like through 2008 to 2011, like Thor went through a lot of shit in the comic books, like watching his father die and everything like that. Like this was some big story arcs.
Speaking of Thor, you know what I'm gonna dress up as for Halloween?
Fat Thor.
Fat Thor.
Stupid.
That's the Halloween party. I'm Fat Thoring it up.
I don't know.
Did
what
we
I'm gonna
ever decide to do that
I mean, we can.
idea?
I'm totally down about it.
What are you gonna be, Paxton?
But did Donnie ever say?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. That idea. Never mind. I was talking about the one for me and you.
No, I wanted...
The tall person?
Yeah.
My life would be complete.
Well, what I wanted to do, I wanted me, Donnie, Shorty, and then whoever else wanted to do it to be classic horror movie characters. And I wanted Donnie to be Leatherface so bad.
Did I invite Donnie? If
Yeah.
not, I will. Okay.
Oh, I remember the rock guy's name that you were talking about.
What's his name?
Earlier, Korg, I think his name is.
Sounds right, Korg.
Yeah.
It tracks. He's hilarious. He was the highlight of that movie for me.
It's something. I just remember going to that theater.
Hey guys, I'm Korg.
I just remember going to that theater like, I need to like this movie. I need to like this movie.
I'm
And
sad
then
you
the
didn't.
opening scene happened. I'm like, I fucking hate this film.
Aw.
I was so upset.
Yeah, it's not like I don't like how he cut his hair. I mean, I like the way he looks. It's just not like Thor anymore, and Stormbreaker and stuff like that.
Well, that was a cool addition. I
Yeah.
really liked that they brought in Stormbreaker, and I really wish they would have paid more homage to Beta Ray Bill, because Beta Ray
Yeah.
Bill's a really cool character.
Was he even in it?
No, but they showed his face up on Scar.
They did.
Oh.
Yeah, they in the like Tower of Champions or whatever. If you
oh,
look up
yeah, I
there, Beta Ray
remember-
Bills is one of the faces up there. And Beta Ray Bill's a really cool character too. Like he's actually able to wield Mjolnir.
Isn't he stronger than Thor?
It's a hard question to answer. There's been instances where yes, there's also instances with no.
So it all depends.
Yeah, it depends on who's writing it. It's like Batman versus Superman. Like
Yeah.
one of them is going to win depending on who the writer is, but it's Beta Ray Bill is able to Beta Ray Bill's actually main weapon is Stormbreaker. That was his.
So it's basically whoever's bias.
Yeah, and they'll go back and forth, and that's why most versus books add up. It's whoever's writing it is they're gonna pick their favorite and kind of go with that, and that's okay too because you get to see kind of the different outcomes of what would be and what happens. There's very few instances where there's big versus comic books where there's always going to be one definitive winner. It's always gonna ebb and flow, go back and forth, and you'll see what happens, I guess.
I have a feeling for the versus comic books, I think they should get a whole team to figure out who they should take a vote or something who should win instead of just one person.
They did that once, and it ended up in Jason Todd dying.
Okay.
Way to crush this kid's dream.
Well, no, I'm just saying. But they've also done big versus comic books back in 2000 and I think 2012. They did it was X-Men versus Avengers, and it was really good except for a few instances which were fucking stupid, absolutely fucking dumb. Who would win in a fight, Magneto or Iron Man?
Magneto.
You think that?
Yeah,
but
because
no.
Iron Man's...
What?
Yep, they're fucking dumb.
Hold on.
Magneto's like, hey, crush. And he's like, nope, nanotubes. Fuck you, piece
Iron
of shit.
Man is...
Dude, I was so fucking
With
mad.
how fast that he could crush Iron Man, that doesn't make sense for him to be like, nah, let me do this real quick.
Nah, he was like, this suit's made out of nanotubes. It's not metal.
what we like to call plot
Fuck.
armor.
Exactly right. It was fucking dumb. There were some really cool instances in there, when Colossus got the Juggernaut armor. That was really fucking dope. And a couple other things, there was really cool story arcs in there, but there was a handful of them that really fucking pissed me off. And that one is top of the fucking list. I was so fucking mad about that. Because they were like, oh, here's a big one, it's fucking Magneto versus Iron Man, major fight. And they built it up like it was going to be a fucking toe-to-toe thing. And then they were like, Magneto's like, ha ha ha, crush your fucking legs. And it didn't work, and it's fucking stupid. I was so
People think,
fucking mad.
I've
I have
seen-
that book, and I fucking hate it.
I've seen people say, Optimus Prime versus Iron Man. Who do you think would win in that fight?
Optimus Prime?
People say, well, in the comics, Iron Man would win.
Well,
I think
I feel like
Optimus-
Iron Man would win that fight. Though.
I feel
I'm
like
not
it.
an
I feel
Iron
like it
Man
would
fan.
be. It would be a good fight,
I think
but Optimus Prime would kick Iron Man's ass.
I don't think he
Yeah.
could get a hold of Iron Man.
I think he could because, first of all, he's from a whole nother planet.
Well, he's a little slow.
Well,
Yeah.
he's
But
huge. He can turn into a freaking truck, and he can scan other cars.
I don't know, man. You're mixing up two major anthologies, and I'm not well versed enough on the Transformers to give you any major points on this. Now I know if they had the oh god, what is the fuck?
Allspark?
The Allspark. If they had the Allspark, they could corrupt Iron Man's armor and turn it into either an Autobot or a Decepticon, which honestly would be fucking dope to
That
see.
would be cool.
That would be fucking sweet.
Iron
I'm totally
Man,
because then it'd be Ultron all over again, and I'm fucking here for that. But
Ultron and crack.
yeah.
Yeah, but that would change actually Tony in the core, right? Because
Well,
No, in the comic books, his core isn't a part of his being.
all right.
It was, but it isn't. It's just in the later movies or whatever where it isn't.
I don't like the new Spider-Man movie. I like him in the comics because his webs is a part of his power instead of him just making it. I think that's really stupid.
Okay, so there's
Thank you.
There's a few things.
I like this kid.
There's a few things to unpack with that. So in the early when Spider-Man first came out, that was not that wasn't part of his power set. He actually did make those things, and it wasn't until Superior Spider-Man that it actually became part of his power set or whatever.
I just think it makes more sense because it's an Iron Man ripoff in a way.
You ain't a spider unless you shoot webs.
Yeah, he just got super strength
Real
and got to
webs.
climb
So
walls.
if Spider-Man had the ability to shoot webs, spiders do not shoot it out of their legs; they shoot it out of their ass.
I don't care. As long as he's shooting webs, I don't care where he shoots from. He's shooting from his nostrils for all I care.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna get technical on this motherfucker, him sticking to walls and shit like that, in spider sense, cool
That
beans or
would
whatever.
Be an ant. That would be like Ant-Man because Ant-Man can ants can crawl on walls, and they have super strength. So does Ant-Man.
We could have picked a whole different insect for this cat.
I'm just saying,
That's what I'm saying.
buddy, you're barking up the wrong tree. All right.
Beetle
Spiders don't bark.
What?
Nothing. You said you're barking up the wrong tree. I said spiders don't bark.
Yeah, they do. You ever hear them?
Yeah. Paxton, thank you for coming on today.
Yep,
That is all we got today.
that's it.
So in the meantime,
In the betweens time.
I don't have a closer prepared because I was going to let Shorty do it. So there's that.
Put syrup on your waffles. I
Yeah.
don't fucking know.
put syrup on your
I have
waffles
nothing for this.
Powdered sugar on your French toast. Cue the music.
We're out.
and butter on your pancakes.